Welcome to Bible Study with Faith, where I'm reading the Bible out loud to you in a way that's easier to understand. This is the book of Deuteronomy, and we are on chapter 24. If a man marries a woman who becomes displeasing to him because he finds something indecent about her, and he writes her a certificate of divorce, gives it to her, and sends her from his house, and if after she leaves his house she becomes the wife of another man, and her second husband dislikes her and writes her a certificate of divorce, gives it to her, and sends her from his house, or if he dies, then her first husband, who divorced her, is not allowed to marry her again after she has been defiled. That would be detestable in the eyes of the Lord. Do not bring sin upon the land the Lord your God is giving you as an inheritance. If a man has recently married, he must not be sent to war or have any other duty laid on him. For 1 year, he is to be free to stay at home and bring happiness to the wife he has married. Do not take a pair of millstones, not even the upper one, as security for a debt, because that would be taking a person's livelihood for security. If someone is caught kidnapping a fellow Israelite and treating or selling them as a slave, the kidnapper must die. You must purge the evil from among you. In cases of defiling skin diseases, be careful to do exactly as the Levitical priest instructs you. You must follow carefully what I have commanded them. Remember what the Lord your God did to Miriam along the way after you came out of Egypt. When you make a loan of any kind to your neighbor, do not go into their house to get what is offered to you as a pledge. Stay outside and let the neighbor to whom you are making the loan bring the pledge out to you. If the neighbor is poor, do not go to sleep with their pledge in your possession. Return their cloak by sunset so that your neighbor may sleep in it. Then they will thank you, and it will be regarded as a righteous act in the sight of the Lord your God. Do not take advantage of a hired worker who is poor and needy, whether that worker is a fellow Israelite or a foreigner residing in one of your towns. Pay them their wages each day. Do not take advantage of a hired worker who is poor and needy, whether that worker is a fellow Israelite or a foreigner residing in one of your towns. Pay them their wages each day before sunset, because they are poor and are counting on it. Otherwise, they may cry out to the Lord against you, and you will be guilty of sin. Parents are not to be put to death for their children, nor children put to death for their parents. Each will die for their own sins. Do not deprive the foreigner or the fatherless of justice, or take the cloak of a widow as a pledge. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt, and the Lord your God redeemed you there. That is why I command you to do this. When you are harvesting in your field, and you overlook a sheaf, do not go back to get it. Leave it for the foreigner, the fatherless, and the widow, so that the Lord your God may bless you in all the work of your hands. When you beat the olives from your trees, do not go over the branches a second time. Leave what remains for the foreigner, and the fatherless, and the widow. When you harvest the grapes in your vineyard, do not go over the vines again. Leave what remains for the foreigner, the fatherless, and the widow. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt. That is why I command you to do this. That is the end of chapter 24. So check this out. We've seen these instructions before, and not only does the Lord tell us to only go over the crops once and take what we get the first time, leave what's left over for other people who are less fortunate. He also tells us that if we go into someone else's field, that it's proper to take what we can enjoy in that moment, but do not take stuff home. So it kind of covers that subject from both sides. You're not supposed to go and harvest a bunch of things from your neighbors without their permission. That's stealing. But you can enjoy or sustain life by taking what you need in the moment. All you have to do is just ask, and I'm sure that they would let you take a basket full of grapes or a sheaf to feed yourself and your family for the winter, because, well, they already have everything they need. And this holds true today with our money, because that's what we harvest, right? We harvest money. We harvest, whether it's Bitcoin or our paychecks. It's harvesting money, and we use the money to be able to gather other things that we need, like food and clothing, and to pay for shelter. And so if we use the portion of our harvest that we need, and we allow a certain amount for others to be able to utilize it, of course you have to tithe your 10%, but you should also be giving to a local charity and have some set aside for other people, like family members or your local homeless people that need some help. If you are making thousands of dollars and you're not helping other people, it's not righteous. That's all I'm going to say about that. I look forward to reading chapter 25 with you. If you want to catch up, all you got to do is pick up a Bible, any Bible will do, and read chapters 1 through 24 in the book of Deuteronomy, or you can find me on my YouTube channel at Jesus is a DJ, all one word, and I'll do the reading for you.